You know what? I should buy a purple Samsung Galaxy S21. No, seriously, I was thinking a lot about the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 Pro. It's been out now. It's been out for about a week, and I was wondering if I wanted to hear like what I thought about it because some people at my job were talking about it. I don't really think it's the best idea. It's not the best investment if you already have a PS5. If you have a PS5, you don't need a PlayStation 4 Pro. You just don't need one. It will sure be no good, no purpose to have a PlayStation 4 Pro. Um, a PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5 Pro. It will also be an overall great purpose. Yes, it has better frame rates, like 60 FPS, having between quality mode and performance mode in a lot of games. But the state of PlayStation to me kind of seems like there's not any killer app game that makes it make sense. So if you're somebody who really wants like high performance gaming, you're almost better off just getting a PC. No, the PC is more expensive. It is way more expensive for you to buy a PC of equivalent power than it would be for you to buy of equivalent power in a PlayStation 5 Pro. But you would have more longevity with that PC. It would last longer. So to play on both sides of the fence for a moment, I would almost suggest that you would maybe consider longevity as the primary benefit of a PC, and getting a PlayStation 5 Pro is more like the short-term mid-gen refresh situation where I'll get more power, like 40% more power theoretically, and then as long as the PS5 gets games, gets support, that's how long the general length of my investment goes. Then once you exit that level at that point, then you're right back to square one, and then you have a system that yes, it plays PS5 games, yes, it plays them very well, but it's not as much longevity in terms of like the usefulness of that piece of equipment or the entertainment product. The reason I do a lot of PC gaming is because I do video editing, photography, and other things where it makes sense to spend your money on a really good PC that can also play games that has more of a multi-use tool. So that's my rationale against buying a PS5 Pro. If you have a PS5 already, you don't really need a Pro, in my opinion. If you have a good game PC, you don't really need a Pro. If you want a Pro, it's because you want to spend theoretically $800, actually $800 on the disk drive version for a PS5 Pro. And if you want a PS5 Pro, you buy one. You know, I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm just telling you what kind of makes sense based on how I feel about it. There's a lot of other really great videos that go more in depth with the rationale for it and against it. But it to me, it's one of those things where you have to kind of square that circle with your dollars. You have to decide what is worth your money. Is it economical for you? Then you go out and buy one. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you, think about it. Think about it if it makes sense for you. 'Cause it may not. You may be like, I don't need this $800 thing, or I have a five already, and I have a game PC. I don't need this, and that might be you. That's not you. Feel. I think that the Pro is more for people who don't have a PS5 at all, and they don't want to do PC gaming. So if you don't want to do PC gaming and you don't have a PS5 already, the Pro makes sense from that perspective because one, you don't have one, okay, and two, you don't want to get involved in PC gaming. So the Pro. So that's kind of how I would think that's the target market for it mostly. Yes, you have enthusiasts to buy everything Sony does because they buy everything Sony does, you know. But that's something that's I think a big part of it is that you have a lot of people who are buying it that don't want to they don't want to do PC gaming, they don't have a PS5 already. I think it'd be a good segment of people that also do that. But that's kind of what I was surmising from the last week of announcements and hearing the discussions and how Twitter blew up, people would include. So that's kind of what I was kind of getting around to thinking about a lot over the last couple of days. It's like this is real. What's the real target market for it? And I think it's people who don't have one already. I think it's people who want to buy a luxury product. You know, I think it's people who just like to buy the new hotness, and they don't care how much it costs because they have endless dump trucks of money. We always were those people, but that's pretty much what I think is going on with that. So